Hello, tropical fish keepers. Welcome to Life in the Amazon, hosted by yours truly, South American fish keeper, Aqua Alex Cardinale. Welcome to the 20th episode of Life in the Amazon. I hope you're all having a great start to 2023. Tonight, we celebrate the 20th episode of Life in the Amazon with a very special episode. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the most unique aquatic animals that call the Amazon River home. Now, over the last 19 episodes of Life in the Amazon, I focused on the tropical fish that come from the Amazon River into the aquarium hobby. But today we're going to focus on the aquatic animals that share the habitat with our tropical fish. And I'm going to get to talk about some of my favorite animals that come from the Amazon, like this animal right here. This is a pink flamingo, and you can find them all over South America. I'm going to talk about the pink flamingo. I'm also going to talk about another favorite bird of mine that comes from South America, and that is the blue and gold macaw. I'll talk about the green anaconda, caiman. I will also talk about electric eels, piranhas, pink river dolphins, and so much more tonight as we celebrate the 20th episode of Life in the tonight we are celebrating our 20th episode of Life in the Amazon, and that is an incredible accomplishment and one that I am extremely proud of. So I apologize for any tech issues that are going on at the moment. Much better now, I believe. So, yeah, like I said, Life in the Amazon started in 2021, and today we're celebrating our 20th episode, and we're going to talk about aquatic animals that call the Amazon home. Shout out to Cyclo, who's in house. Hey, Cyclo, how are you? And also shout out to my friend Kelly Love. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoy the show. All right. So, as always, feel free to post any questions in the comments. And feel free to post any thoughts in the comments. What is your favorite aquatic animal that lives in South America? Do you have questions? We'll post them in the comments below. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this show started. And I'm going to start talking about some awesome aquatic animals from South America and the Amazon River. And we're going to start with one of my favorite parrots, and that is the blue and gold macaw. Now, the blue and gold macaw is a very beautiful parrot that is found all over South America, and it can even be found in Central America as well. I saw my very first blue and gold macaw in person at the Palm Beach Zoo last year, and I felt I wish I could have a blue and gold macaw as a pet, maybe in the future, but not right now. So let's learn about the blue and gold macaw. The blue and gold macaw occurs in Colombia, Venezuela, Peru, Brazil, Bolivia, Ecuador, and Paraguay. The range extends slightly into Central America, where it is restricted to Panama. While most breed in rural and forest areas, small numbers breed in urban cities, such as Rondonópolis, which is in Mato Grosso, Brazil, nesting in dead palms planted for ornamental purposes alongside city roads. Although they were nearly wiped out in Trinidad due to human activity during the 1970s, a recent program of reintroduction has proven successful. Between 1999 and 2003, wild caught blue and yellow macaws were translocated from Guyana to Trinidad in an attempt to reestablish the species in a protected area around Naraba Swamp. The blue and gold macaw can reach 30 to 34 inches in length, and they can live for 30 to 35 years in the wild, and they reach sexual maturity between the ages of 3 and 6 years old. Now, the blue and gold macaw uses its powerful beak for breaking nutshells and for climbing up and hanging from trees. They have a very powerful bite, and a bite from a macaw can easily tear a finger off a human being. So always be very careful around blue and gold macaw. It will also eat nuts. It will also feed on seeds, fruits, vegetable matter, bark, and leaves. And it'll also eat insects, snails, and small animals in the wild. It is a very fun pet to keep, and a lot of people, like myself, love the blue and gold macaw. It is the only non aquatic animal that we're going to talk about on the show because it's a bird and a parrot that is near and dear to my heart. And one day, hopefully, I'll be able to keep a blue and gold macaw as a pet. All right, moving along. The next animal we're going to talk about is another bird species, and it's another one that I have with me today. It is the pink flamingo. This plush is hard to stand up, so that's why it's giving me a hard time. But we're going to talk about the pink flamingo right now, and the ones that come from South America are known as the Andean pink flamingo. And I have an image of a pink flamingo to show you, so you can see what a real one looks like as well as the plush pink flamingo. So here's a pink flamingo, very beautiful flamingo. And the pink flamingos from South America are known as the Andean flamingo. It is native to the wetlands of the high Andes mountain range from southern Peru to northwestern Argentina and northern Chile. Andean flamingos are migratory with the ability to travel up to 700 miles in one day. In the summertime, they live in salt lakes and migrate to the lower wetlands for the winter. The cause of the migration from summer to winter is possibly due to the extreme aridity of salt flats during the winter. The path of migration is unknown, but it is thought to occur between the Chilean breeding grounds and the wetlands of southern and western Argentina. The Andean flamingo is considered a vulnerable species due to the mining business and human disturbances causing changes in its habitat. Here is a cool fact about the pink flamingo. Flamingos are filter feeders, and their diet ranges over the entire spectrum of available foods, from fish to inverts, from vascular plants to microscopic algae. The flamingos feed from the bottom layer of the lake for small particles, mainly diatoms. They have a deep killed bill. The upper mandible is narrower than the lower, creating a gap on the dorsal surface of the bill. The pink flamingo, a very cool bird. I actually seen pink flamingos in person at the Palm Beach Zoo, and they are a sight to see in person. If you have yet to see a pink flamingo, I definitely recommend going to your nearest zoo and checking them out. A lot of the zoos in America have pink flamingos. I know the Bronx Zoo has them in New York, the Palm Beach Zoo here in Florida, Miami Zoo has them. So I'm sure your local zoo will have pink flamingos. Very, very cool bird from South America. The only bad thing about the pink flamingos is that in real life, these legs are very, very fragile. They can break with a snap. So a predator like an anaconda or a caiman can easily kill a flamingo by biting or injuring the leg, and then it can just take it as its prey. So that's a very vulnerable bird. And when I was working at the Palm Beach Zoo, I learned that a flamingo that gets injured on its leg has to be euthanized because it basically won't be able to stand or live a meaningful life. So very cool bird, but they're also very fragile. Their legs are very fragile, and that's why a lot of them die young. But they are a pretty cool bird from South America and the Amazon River. All right, let's talk about another animal from the Amazon River. And now we're going to talk about a couple of mammals from the Amazon River. The first mammal we're going to talk about is known as the giant rodent. It is the largest rodent in the world and certainly the largest rodent in South America, and it is known as a capybara. It kind of looks like a giant hamster or a giant guinea pig, in my opinion, but it is a rather disgusting rodent because it eats its own feces, and I found that out at the Palm Beach Zoo. But still a pretty cool mammal that habitat with our tropical fish species. So this is what a capybara looks like. So let's learn some information on the capybara. Capybaras are semi-aquatic rodents found throughout all countries of South America except Chile. They live in densely forest areas near bodies of water, such as lakes, rivers, swamps, ponds, and marshes, as well as flooded savanna and along rivers in the tropical rainforest. They are superb swimmers and can hold their breath underwater for up to 5 minutes at a time. Capybara have flourished in cattle ranches. They roam in home ranges averaging 25 acres in high density populations. Capybara are herbivores, grazing mainly on grasses and aquatic plants, as well as fruit and tree bark. They are very selective feeders and feed on the leaves of one species and disregard other species surrounding it. They eat a greater variety of plants during the dry season, as fewer plants are available. While they eat grass during the wet season, they have to switch to more abundant reeds during the dry season. Plants that capybaras eat during the summer lose their nutritional value in the winter, so they are not consumed at the time. Now, capybara, like I said earlier, eat their own feces as a source of bacterial gut flora to help digest the cellulose in the grass that forms their normal diet and to extract the maximum protein and vitamins from their foods. Capybara have a lifespan of 8 to 10 years, but unfortunately in the wild they tend to live less than 4 years due to predation from jaguars, pumas, ocelots, eagles, and caimans. The capybara is also the preferred prey of my favorite snake from the Amazon, the green anaconda. The capybara is a very cool rodent, though. You can actually see a capybara at the Palm Beach Zoo. They have one, it's a baby one, but they have one on display at the Palm Beach Zoo, so you can check it out if you're ever in West Palm Beach area. You can see a live capybara in your area. Kelly Love says, I'm excited. Just the animals you have mentioned for tonight's show are my favorite when I was growing up. I loved science as a child. That's great. I'm glad you said that. The flamingo bird. Yes, the flamingo is a very awesome looking South American bird that shares areas with our tropical fish. I agree with you. Tim Sweeney is in the house. Hey, Tim, how are you? I love your content. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for being here to watch my video. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so now we're going to talk about another South American animal that shares uh, habitats with our tropical fish, and that is a predator, a mammal predator from South America, and that is a jaguar. One of my favorite cats from South America. To me, the jaguar is South America's version of a tiger. Look how beautiful the jaguar is. Here is an image of a jaguar. Very, very beautiful cat. So let's learn about the jaguar, one of the fierce predators from aquatic areas in the Amazon River and South America. Now, the present range for jaguars extends from Mexico through Central America to South America, comprising Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, particularly on the Osa Peninsula, Panama, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, and Argentina. As you can tell, the jaguar has a pretty extensive range. The jaguar prefers dense forests and typically inhabits dry, deciduous forest, tropical and subtropical moist, broadleaf forest, rainforest, and cloud forest in Central and South America, open seasonally flooded wetlands, and dry grassland. The jaguar is most active at night and during twilight. However, jaguars living in densely forest regions of the Amazon rainforest and the Pantanal are largely active by day, whereas jaguars in the Atlantic forest are primarily active by night. The activity pattern of the jaguar coincides with the activity of its main prey species. Jaguars are good swimmers and play and hunt in the water, possibly more than tigers. They have been recorded moving between islands and the shore. Jaguars are also good at climbing trees, but do so less often than cougars. Jaguars are carnivores, meaning they eat meat. In floodplains, jaguars opportunistically take reptiles such as turtles and caimans. Consumption of reptiles appears to be more frequent in jaguars than in other big cats. One remote population in the Brazilian Pantanal is recorded to primarily feed on aquatic reptiles and fish. The jaguar also preys on livestock in cattle ranging areas where wild prey is scarce. Now, the jaguar has a pretty deadly bite. The jaguar's bite force allows it to pierce the carps of the yellow spotted Amazon river turtle. So, in other words, the jaguar can bite right through the shell of a turtle. It also employs an unusual killing method. It bites mammal prey directly through the skull between the ears to deliver a fatal bite to the brain. It kills capybara by piercing its canine teeth through the temporal bones of its skull, breaking its zymatic arch and mandible and penetrating its brain, often through the ears. Ouch! I definitely would not want to get bit by a jaguar. Very, very painful bite. But jaguars are very pretty, and I consider them to be the South American tiger. Very, very cool animal. We have some more comments in the comments. Kelly says, I hope children are getting to watch this show. It's very educational, and since my children are grown, I really do not know if science goes into much depth as you do on your program episodes. Thank you so much, Kelly. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. All right, let's learn about another unique South American mammal. Let's learn about the only freshwater manatee in the whole entire world. It is the only manatee that lives in freshwater, and that is the Amazonian manatee. Let's learn about the Amazonian manatee right now. Here is an image of what the Amazonian manatee looks like. So I'm going to give you some information on the Amazonian manatee. The Amazonian manatee lives in the Amazon basin in Brazil, Peru, Colombia, and Ecuador. It has thin, wrinkled, brownish or gray colored skin with fine hairs scattered over its body and a white chest patch. It is the very smallest of the three extant species of manatee. The Amazon manatee is the smallest member of the manatee family and can be distinguished by its smoother, rubbery skin and its lack of nails on its flippers. The Amazonian manatee lacks nails on its flippers, setting it apart from other manatees. Now, manatees are herbivores, meaning they love vegetable matter. So the manatees themselves feed on a variety of aquatic plants, including aroids, especially pista, aka water lettuce, grasses, bladderworts, hornworts, water lilies, and particularly water hyacinths. They're also known to eat palm fruits that fall into the water. The Amazonian manatee consumes approximately 8% of its body weight in food per day. During the July August dry season, when water levels begin to fall, some populations become restricted to the deep parts of large lakes, where they often remain until the end of the dry season in March. They are thought to fast during this period. Their large fat reserves and low metabolic rates, only 36% of the usual mammal metabolic rate, allowing them to survive for up to 7 months with little or no food. And that is some information on the Amazonian manatee, a really, really cool animal from South America. I really love the Amazonian manatee. It is a pretty cool animal. All right. So the next mammal we're going to talk about is another mammal that you'll find more of, you'll hear more of from saltwater. You'll hear more of them in the ocean. You'll see more of them in the ocean. They're more common in the ocean and in saltwater. You usually don't think of manatees or dolphins in freshwater, but in South America, you'll find freshwater manatees and freshwater dolphins. So right now, we are going to talk about the pink river dolphin. So let's learn about the pink river dolphin right now, shall we? I'll give you some information on the pink river dolphin. All right, so here's some information on the pink river dolphin. The Amazon river dolphin is the largest species of river dolphin, with adult males reaching 408 pounds in weight, and they can reach up to 8.2 feet in length. Adults acquire a pink color, more prominent in males, giving it its nickname pink river dolphin. They are found all over the Amazon, including but not limited to Peru, Brazil, and Venezuela. The Amazonian river dolphin are commonly seen singly or in twos, but may also occur in pods that rarely contain more than 8 individuals. Pods as large as 37 individuals have been seen in the Amazon, but the average is 3. In the Orinoco, the largest observed groups number 30, but the average is just about 5. During prey time, as many as 35 pink river dolphins work together to obtain their prey. In their freshwater habitat, they are apex predators, and gatherings depend more on food sources and habitat availability than in dolphins who live in the ocean, where protection from larger predators is necessary. The diet of the Amazonian river dolphin is the most diverse of all whales. It consists of at least 53 different species of fish, grouped in 19 families. The prey size is usually between 5 and 80 centimeters, which is 2 to 31 inches, with an average of 7.5 inches. The most frequently consumed fish belong to the families croakers, cichlids, and characids, tetras, and piranhas. The dolphin's dentation allows it to access shells of river turtles and freshwater crabs. Now, here's an interesting fact on the freshwater river dolphin. Just like the ocean saltwater dolphins protect people against sharks, the freshwater river dolphin protects people against piranhas. It actually consumes piranhas. Piranhas are a part of the river dolphin's diet, which is pretty cool. I'm not really a fan of piranhas, but they're still a fish. But dolphins eat them. The diet is more diverse during the wet season when fish are spread in flooded areas outside riverbeds, thus becoming more difficult to catch. The diet becomes more selective during the dry season when prey density is greater. Usually, these dolphins are active and feeding throughout the day and night, and that is the pink river dolphin. Now we're going to talk about some reptiles and amphibians that are aquatic and that live in South America. The first reptile we're going to talk about from South America is the speckled caiman. You'll find the speckled caiman all over South America. And here is some information on the speckled caiman. Well, here is an image of the speckled caiman first. So let's get to some information on the speckled caiman. The speckled caiman lives in Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, Ecuador, El Salvador, French Guiana, Guatemala, Guyana, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Peru, Suriname, Trinidad, and Venezuela. So they live in Central America as well, but they're mainly found in South America. They hunt at night, and the diet of the speckled caiman varies seasonally. During the wet season, it primarily eats snails and freshwater crabs, while it mostly eats fish in the dry season. Smaller specimens tend to eat more insects and freshwater shrimp, while larger ones more frequently consume mammals and fish. Overall, the most common animals in this species' diet are crabs, fish, mammals, and snails. Other animals that have been known to be part of its diet include amphibians, spiders, birds, and reptiles like lizards, snakes, and turtles. Older animals are capable of taking larger mammal prey, like wild pigs. Although this species has been suggested to control piranha populations, piranha have not been found to be a normal diet component, and that is the speckled caiman comes from the Amazon River in South America. Let's check out some other comments here on our live stream. My friend Kelly Love says Jaguar is a beautiful cat. Plus, the car's name after it are a luxury car, fast and elegant as the amazing cat. There is also a sports team called, or as you will name after the Jaguar. That's right, there is the Jacksonville Jaguars from the NFL. That's a very good point. All right, so now we're going to talk about my favorite snake that comes from the Amazon River. Most people say that snakes crawl in the grass like a snake in the grass, but how about a huge 20-foot snake in water, snake in a river? That is the green anaconda, and you'll only find the green anaconda in South America. I actually got to see one in person when I went to the New England Aquarium in Boston, Massachusetts. It's a very incredible sight to see. That thing was huge. I have a lot of respect for the green anaconda. It is one of my favorite snakes. So here is some information on the green anaconda. And here is a picture of just how big a green anaconda can get. It looks huge in the picture, but when you see them in real life, they are much larger. Anyway, the green anaconda is the world's heaviest and one of the world's longest snakes, reaching a length of up to 17 feet in length. More typical mature specimens reportedly can reach up to a range of 16 feet, with adult females with a mean length of about 15 inches, being generally much larger than males. Males are generally averaging about 9 foot. Now, green anacondas are found in South America, east of the Andes, in countries including Colombia, Venezuela, the Guyanas, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Brazil, the island of Trinidad, and as far south as northern Paraguay. At least one anaconda, a juvenile, has been found in the Florida Everglades. But I don't know the truth of that or if it really was an anaconda, because in the Florida Everglades, we also have Burmese pythons. So it could be a mistaken identity, but you never know for sure. Anacondas live in swamps, marshes, and slow moving streams, mainly in the tropical rainforests of the Amazon and Orinoco basins. They are very slow and cumbersome on land, but stealth and sleek in the water. Their eyes and nasal openings are on top of their head, allowing them to lie in wait for prey while remaining nearly completely submerged. The primarily nocturnal anacondas tend to spend most of their lives in or around water. They have the potential to reach high speeds when swimming. They tend to float beneath the surface of the water with their snouts above the surface. When prey passes by or stops to drink, the anaconda strikes without eating or swallowing it and coils around it with its body. The snake then constricts until it has suffocated the victim. Primarily aquatic, anacondas eat a wide variety of prey, almost anything they can manage to overpower, including fish, amphibians, birds, a variety of mammals, and other reptiles, and even cannibalism. They can even eat smaller anacondas. Particularly large anacondas may consume large prey, such as tapirs, deer, peccaries, capybara, and caiman, but such large meals are not regularly consumed. In fact, capybaras are a favorite meal for anaconda. Juvenile anaconda feed on prey such as small birds and juvenile caiman. As they develop, their diet becomes increasingly complex. Prey availability varies more in grasslands than in river basins. Green anacondas in both habitats have been found to feed on large prey, usually ranging from 14% to 50% of its own mass. A few examples of their prey include broad snouted caimans, wattled dracunas, capybara, red rump agatis, collared pecaries, South American tupars, red side neck turtles, and northern pudas. And that is the anaconda, one of my favorite snakes in the world. I would love to keep an anaconda as a pet, but they just get too big. You would need a river the size of the Amazon River to keep an anaconda. But a very, very cool snake and a very scary snake to say the least. All right now we're going to go ahead and take our intermission. Our intermission is being brought to you by Little Egypt Aquarium Club and Aquatic and Exotic Tropical Fish Store in Stuart, Florida. When we come back, I'm going to continue talking about some aquatic animals that call Amazon home. Learn about the Peepa Peepa toad, and then I'm finally going to talk about some tropical fish species. So, fish keepers, don't go anywhere. I will be right back after a word from our supporters. So, the fun continues right after this. Anywhere, folks. Hey, fish keepers, Aqua Alex Cardinale here. Proud to announce that I am partnering with Little Egypt Aquarium Club, founded by tropical fish keeper Jeremy Stellhorn from Redbud, Illinois. Little Egypt Aquarium Club supplies aquarium hobbyists all across the United States with quality aquarium supplies. At Little Egypt Aquarium Club, you will find rapashi, a really good fish food. You'll also find freeze-dried foods, medicated foods, pellets and wafers for your fish, breeding supplies, driftwood, filters, and so much more. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is operated by fish keepers such as Aqua Alex and Jeremy Stellhorn for fish keepers like yourself. You'll get free shipping on orders over $200. And don't forget, you can save money with Aqua Alex. You'll get 10% off your order by using coupon code ALEX. That's right, fish keepers. Bruno, my tiger Oscar behind me, and Aqua Alex want to save you 10%. Use coupon code ALEX to get 10% off your order. Go to littleegyptaquariumclub.com after the show. Happy fish keeping, and go check out Little Egypt Aquarium Club after the show.
Are you a tropical fish keeper living in South Florida? You need to check out Aquatic and Exotic in Stuart, Florida. Aquatic and Exotic is home to quality freshwater and saltwater tropical fish. You will find African cichlids, South and Central American cichlids, goldfish and koi, and exotic fish. We also supply aquarium supplies like filters and heaters, aquariums, and lights. We also have quality fish food brands. Aquatic and Exotic is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Questions? Give us a call at 772-781-4046. Stop on by and check us out. 1525 A.C.E. Lockhart Street, Stuart, Florida 34994.
Welcome back to the 20th episode of Life in the Amazon. And tonight I am talking about aquatic animals that call Amazon River and South America home. So far I've talked about the golden blue macaw, I've talked about the pink flamingo, I've talked about anacondas, speckled caiman, and some other animals. And right now we're going to conclude the show by talking about another amphibian, and a couple of fish species. So let's get right back into it. And right now, I'm going to talk about an interesting species of toad known as the Pipa toad. It's a rather ugly toad, but let's check out the image and let's learn about the Pipa toad right now. Here is the Pipa toad. Now, the Pipa toad has the largest geographic distribution for its genus, and it is found in much of South America, including Brazil and Ecuador. It is found particularly within the Amazon rainforest. It is so strongly adapted for an aquatic lifestyle that on land it is helpless and scarcely able to move. This species is a omnivorous ambush hunter. Its diet consists mostly of inverts such as worms, insects, crustaceans, and small fish. It is also known as a wolfish predator because it will eat juvenile and small wolfish, unfortunately. The Suriname toad can catch prey by in training and ingesting large volumes of water and by limiting fish escape with its fingers. This is a pretty cool toad. It actually is kept in the pet hobby, but it's a rather rare toad and it costs a lot of money to import. So it does cost a pretty penny, but I do know of a couple of people that have them as pets and they are a pretty interesting toad. And what's cool about the Pipa toad or the Suriname toad is that when they breed, they have eggs on their backs. The females will carry the eggs on their backs, and the juveniles will live on that back for quite a while. Very, very interesting animal. All right. Well, life in the Amazon is all about tropical fish, right? Well, since today was our 20th episode, I decided that we could focus on some of the other animals that call the Amazon River home. But a big majority of animals that live in a river are tropical fish species. And a huge majority of aquarium fish species come from South America. So today, I'm going to talk about a couple of South American fish species that are very popular. Some of them don't belong in the aquarium hobby. The ones that I'm going to talk about today really don't belong in the aquarium hobby unless you have a really huge aquarium. And some of them have a very bad reputation. Some people fear these fish species, one for good reason, and the other is feared because of movies and some myth about this fish. But the first fish we're going to talk about is a fish that you should actually fear because it is capable of shocking you. Not in a good way. I'm talking electric shock. And that fish I'm talking about is the electric eel. And the electric eel comes from South America. Now, even though it has eel in its name, the electric eel is not a true eel. Electric eels are actually part of the knifefish family. They are a part of the family where you'll find black ghost knives, zebra knives, and knives like that. They're not eels, but they're rather in the knifefish family. And in my opinion, electric are one ugly fish. One ugly fish. Here is an image of a electric eel. So let's learn about the electric eel. They are nocturnal air breathing fish with poor vision, complemented by electrolocation. They mainly eat fish, so they're fishivores. Electric eels grow for as long as they live, adding more vertebrae to their spinal column. Males get larger than females. Electric eels are mostly nocturnal. They eat mainly fish. In particular, they love eating catfish, such as the Hapala catfish. Now, they hunt in packs, and they have been observed targeting a shoal of tetras, then herding them and launching joint strikes on the closely packed fish, killing them. And they will eat those tetras that they shocked and killed. Can an electric eel shock a human? Absolutely, yes. It can happen. It only happens in the wild in South America. So to be shocked by an electric eel, you'll have to go visit South America and hop upon one. And you'll have to spook it. And when you spook it, it'll shock you. So it's a very rare thing to happen. You'll probably win $1 million before you get shocked by an electric eel. But it does happen. They have the ability to kill mammals with their electric discharge. There is actually a video on YouTube showing an electric eel electrocuting and killing a caiman. I was gonna upload that video tonight to my show tonight, but I don't want to get any copyright strikes or any trouble here on my YouTube channel, so I'm not going to play that video. But if you want to see the power of the electric eel's electricity, just check out that video. Electric eel kills caiman. So I certainly would not want to get electrocuted by an electric eel. But I certainly would my enemy out there. I would throw my enemy into a river with electric eels, let them get electrocuted. I'm just kidding. All right. So the next fish we're going to talk about is a fish species that has a myth. And it has a myth of being a human eater, a man eater, and it'll attack and it'll kill everything that hits the rivers. And that, of course, is the infamous piranha. Now, this myth was set because of Franklin Roosevelt and some movies that made piranhas to be human killers and killers in general, when in reality, piranhas aren't like that at all. They are not ferocious killers. They're not out to kill everything they see. In reality, the reason you see so many piranhas together is that they need to form schools for security. Otherwise, they'll fall victim to other large fish. Other large fish predate on piranhas, like peacock bass, red-tailed cats, monster catfish, freshwater river dolphins, giant river otters. So piranhas, they have to be in a school to escape those predators, and they will only attack living animals when they are extensively hungry, when they have gone without a meal for a long period. Now, if an animal is wounded, that's a whole nother story. Piranhas will, without a doubt, attack a wounded or dying animal or fish. I have personally seen that happen. But a piranha will not go out of its way to attack a healthy animal or a healthy fish. If you need a good example of that, just watch River Monsters with Jeremy Wade. He actually got into a pond with piranhas, very hungry piranhas, and they did nothing to him. He was healthy, he had no blood, nothing. They didn't even bother him. So, unless you've got blood, unless you're very sick, unless you're wounded and dying, piranhas are going to leave you alone. But if you are wounded and dying, piranhas will devour you to the bone and they will attack you. Now, in the aquarium hobby, piranhas are a very boring fish. All they do is dart around the aquarium. They're very skittish. They bang into the glass, and they're just not worth keeping. I mean, if you like piranhas, you may enjoy keeping them, but they're just too skittish for me. I like piranhas though. I admire them. I like the Pygrocentrus caribe, like what is pictured on the screen there. Very, very cool fish. Now, South America is also home to many monster fish, large growing fish species, such as a red-tailed catfish pictured here, arapaima, and arapaima can reach up to 7 feet in length. They are the largest freshwater fish, and they're a very cool fish. Paraiba catfish are really cool as well, and I see them for sale every now and then. And then you've got tiger shovelnose and some other large catfish that are pretty cool. Then you've got pacu and tambaqui, which are actually fruit and nut eaters, which are pretty cool. And then lastly, you've got the earth eater fish, cichlids, such as the geophagus and the acara species. Pictured here is a Santa Perca demon, or known as the demon earth eater. Very beautiful fish. I love geophagus. They are known as earth eaters because geophagus and acaras will pick at the substrate at the bottom of the Amazon River, and they will eat whatever is living there. So whatever biological creatures are living there, whatever leftover food is there, the earth eater cichlids will eat them. I have 3 geophagus currently, and I have plans on getting more. And I'm going to do an entire episode in the future of Life in the Amazon dedicated exclusively to the earth eaters that call the Amazon River home. So, very, very cool fish. So, of all the animals we talked about tonight, which one would you say is your personal favorite? For me, it's a tough one, but I think my personal favorite, hands down tonight, would be the blue and gold macaw. I mean, the blue and gold macaw is very colorful, it's very beautiful, and it's a parrot. And you can have a macaw as a pet. I think the blue and gold macaw is one of the only animals on today's show that comes from South America that you can actually keep at home as a pet. Well, if you enjoyed the very first episode of Life in the Amazon of 2023, I certainly hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank everyone that participated during the live stream of this episode. Special thanks to Kelly Love and everyone that watched live and participated in the show. I love and appreciate all of you. If you did enjoy the show, please go ahead and hit that like button and share this show on your social media so more amazing people can watch this video and enjoy this video. On the next episode of Life in the Amazon, we're going to go back to doing Amazonian biotopes. And I'm going to talk about fish from Ecuador. Some Ecuadorian fish species include the green terror. It also includes the Fieste red terror, some amazing pike cichlids, and more. So on the next episode of Life in the Amazon, learn about fish species from Ecuador and see me create some Ecuadorian biotopes, which is going to be really fun. The fifth episode of Life in the Amazon is coming up. I'm hoping to have a special guest interview for that episode. If not, we'll have to come up with a fun topic for that episode. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, American Alex Cardinale, because I've got some amazing episodes coming up. More great episodes of Life in the Amazon, and of course, my 9-year YouTube anniversary. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you next time. Happy fish keeping. God bless. I love you all, and thank you for watching. Hey everyone, American Alex Cardinale here. I'm inviting you all to be a part of history. I'm inviting you to be a part of this year's anniversary celebration. This year, my YouTube channel, American Alex Cardinale, will be turning 9 years old. On March 6, 2014, I created this YouTube channel. On March 6, 2023, we celebrate our 9th year of being a YouTube channel and my 9th year of uploading some amazing videos. The 9-year YouTube anniversary is bigger and better than last year. For the first time ever, the 9-year YouTube anniversary is going to be a 2-night extravaganza. That's right, 2-night extravaganza. It all begins on Monday, March 6, 2023 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and it concludes on Tuesday, March 7th, 2023 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. 2 nights, a lot of action, a lot of fun, and a lot of surprises. And you're invited to be there. Make sure you be a loyal fan, a loyal subscriber, and a loyal viewer, and come join the 9-year YouTube anniversary on March 6th and March 7th. Here is what you can expect on night 1 of the 9-year anniversary. Our special guest is going to be Kevin Cumberton, the owner of TangledUpInCichlids.com, an online fish store featuring South and Central American cichlids and more. I will be on location from Zoo Miami, see some cool wild animals, and see me feed some giraffes. There will be viewer appreciation. See me show my appreciation to Catherine Jones, Crayfish Man James Jones, and more. I'm going to do a new Italian restaurant review I have never been to. There will be surprise appearances from some legendary people. There will be some special surprises. There will be a fish keeping surprise. And on night 1, Chef Alex will cook calamari marinara, and he will bake Twix cookies. That's Monday, March 6th, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. Night 2, Tuesday, March 7th, there will be a special guest. I will be on location from the Miami Sea Aquarium. I will show my viewer appreciation to Jeremy Stelhorn, Master 1989, Jeff, and some more awesome people. I will review the restaurant Ruth Chris Steakhouse. I'll review a crumble cookie. There will be special surprises, special appearances, and Chef Alex will make tortellini Alfredo, and he will bake Reese's peanut butter cookies. So, a lot of great things to look forward to. Make sure to mark your calendars. Monday, March 6th, Tuesday, March 7th. The 9-year YouTube anniversary. Be there or be square. And I hope to see you there. God bless America, and I will see you for the 9-year YouTube anniversary in March.